Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to the Sunless Sea, where we're headed over to Mangrove College. Or alternatively, let's take a look at the map. We could make our way to the Iron Republic. Now, the reason we want to go to the Mangrove College is to make money. If we go to the Iron Republic, we can get our hands on a fun little weapon, perhaps. Although I'm told it's forward-mounted, so we won't be able to use it right away, but if we make sufficient amounts of money over at the Mangrove College, and if, nothing explodes on us. Also, our terror is at 1, that's amazing. But yes, if nothing goes too disastrous, we might be able to get our hands on a frigate fairly quickly. Of course, I'm told that there are many less profitable possibilities at the Mangrove College, so might not be as quickly as I would like. Also have to keep my eye out for an ambiguous eelith. I don't actually know where those can be found. Hey, for all I know, maybe we can find them in London. And by London, I mean the Iron Republic. Hell, which is nothing like London. Except in that London attempted to invade Hell, and that ended poorly, as you might imagine. So, let's get our hands on whatever this one was talking about over at the Iron Republic. Suppose we could sell it if we needed to. Can we sell it? Well, we'll find out eventually. Of course, our port report. Yes, fascinating stuff. The physics is a little bit weird on this place, okay? It's fine. Seek a tittering artificer's help to awaken the seal. I know people here, the Cannoneer confides, from the old days. Perhaps we shouldn't talk about the old days. Yeah, it is going to take me takes away my judgment's egg. I mean, if I'm going to use it, this would be where. An awakening. The Cannoneer and the Artificer place the Judgment's egg on the seal and apply their instruments. The light in the Artificer's chamber grows dim. This, then, is what it sounds like when a soul screams. When they're done, the egg lies in shards and the seal looks a little different, but there's a watchfulness about it. The Artificer shakes the Cannoneer's hand. I've missed working with you, she says. I've missed it so much. The Cannoneer grins that grin. Nearly done, we can mount it on the bridge if you like, but we'll need a housing if we want to use it further. It'll have to be heart metal. I knew a man long ago, but I hear he went to Station 3. Swam there, the story says. If you can get us the run of Station 3, I can get you in to see him. No, I don't know where Station 3 is. It's a secret. Interesting, I have an awakened seal of the Red Science. Let me see if there's any... Yeah, what's the deal here? The Gesundheit Conspiracy! On days such as this, the market is filled with crucified dragons and laws in waiting. They whistle a welcome. What's this about the Gesundheit Conspiracy? Apparently nothing. Also, we could stock up on more coffee so as to make more money from going to the surface. And actually much more profit, too. Ooh, I like this idea. I like this idea very much. Make it 30 fuel. And maybe we get 15. 15 sacks of dark drop coffee. Which we can convert into, what was it, like 80? Yeah, was it 80 per sack? So, yeah, that's a decent amount of money right there that we have. But I'm gonna have to do some math, figure out the costs minus the fuel and supplies that you spend. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to do some math there. Which isn't too bad, I like doing math occasionally. Used to study physics a long time ago. Such a beautifully complicated subject. But that's neither here nor there. Goal is get to the Mangrove College. Get stuff. Make money. Become more profitable. Capitalism ho and all that. Let's see. Oh. Well, we won't worry about that right now. Docking. Could get ourselves a passenger. Why not? Huh, Port Cecil. Suppose we could go there eventually. Oh? Nope, I've done that before. Compile our report. And why not go beachcombing? What's glinting over there? Not really anything. Oh well, nothing too interesting. But we can go into the Wispways, where who knows what we could find. Darkness. A calamity events. This injures me if I remember right. Nope, not this time. Also, it's... Yep, there goes a crew member. There goes another crew member. And there's the fort. Oh, what's this about seething trees? Branches thrash, leaves foam. The trees here writhe with fear. Oh, cool. On through the laced shade of the groaning oaks. At the back, a Zayla whimpers in fear. They're dying, someone says. They're dying. Then you're through. The burial interrupted. Okay. Abandoned as if only moments before, but pale fungus had grown on the woolen cap where it remained by the graveside, and the potted meat was a grail of putrescence. We peered over the grave's edge. For delivery. Oh, fantastic. A coffin. A coffin? With an unusual stenciled label. Atop it rests a gauntlet of sorts, marvelously articulated in its scales, delicate as a lady's glove of silvery metal. When I lifted it, it was ice cold to the touch, implying that it was heart metal. Interesting. Well, I mean, it's not terribly profitable, and I seem to remember that taking up fewer candles. But, alright. I'm interested. No shops here. Well, of course. Rather uncivilized area. But, Debating. We have many reasons to go to Station 3 at the moment. Although, before I do that... No, this is not something I want to do. Don't do that. Launch. Because I do want to go somewhere, not here. What's the deal here? The awakened steel of the red science. Sky-scarred hunk of meteoric iron the size of a wheelbarrow. Burning glyphs mark its flanks. A star spore lives in it. It's watching you. Are you sure you know what you're doing with this thing? Put it on the bridge. Oh, that's a shame. So let me dock real quick. Put it on the bridge. This is a great plan. I love that we can just do that. That is wonderful. So, what I'm thinking is that for now we ignore Port Carnelian. Reason being that we could go after the Snuffer, but, I mean, that's a bit of a risk. Whereas if we go to Station 3, we make money and get potentially some interesting equipment. Then we go to the Salt Lions, pick up more of the rocks there. The Sphinx Stone, as they like to call it, but it's just a pile of rocks, really, isn't it? It's nothing sinister about that. No, certainly not. Unless there is. But we're just gonna ignore that little possibility. Is there anywhere else I want to go up here? You know, I can make a trip over to... Yeah, I can make a trip over to the Pigmote Isle. I got plenty of fuel right now, so why not? Just head on over there and check up on the little guys. See how they're doing. Maybe smuggle some supplies to the cavies. It's an option. a potential option. Hey, maybe we even broker peace between the Guineas and the rats. Maybe. Possibly. Again, it's an option. Taking an awful long time to get there. You know, I could just burn up the fuel. Yeah, why not? This is typically a terrible idea. Oh, did that just... Oh, that didn't do anything because I had to change the barrel over. Interesting to know that that interrupts the whole, full power speed burst thingy that we do. No, I don't know the proper term for it. It's basically just, yeah, full power to the engines. Oh, hush. We're fine. And maybe light this one on fire. Yep, there's the crashed ship. Okay, that's interesting. So it really just burns through that entire barrel of fuel and moves you forward. Now, I'm wondering, is it more efficient in terms of speed to just use that? Well, it's not a very good explanation, is it? I'm wondering if I travel the same distance per barrel of fuel, regardless of whether or not I've put full power to the engines or not. I assume no, but I'm not sure. Compile our port report, of course. Oh, what dilemma do you guys have? Huh. Supplies running short? Well, of course I could. Careful delivery. The aid meets you at the ship with a pair of trusted assistants. None are used to manual labor and can barely pull the small, heavily loaded cart. They squeak first in appreciation and then with exhaustion as they slowly drag it away to the town gates. Wonderful. A rising civilization and optimistic spirit. Very good for them. Now, can I attempt to broker a union? 60% chance of success, not great. I'll give it a shot, though. Attempt to broker a union. Myriad will be stronger if its two houses work together. Wonderful. Hail Myriad. Chief Engineer Edgar is a pragmatic rat. He listens to your proposition and agrees to discuss the future. The Seneschal, no less proud for the mud in her fur, holds firm on her people's needs, but is ready to compromise on a few of their wants. In particular, we renounce all our claims to, she almost chokes on the words, the Rat Star. The chief engineer sits back, his whiskers twitch happily. The Rat Star, you say? In that case, let us talk terms. Wonderful. Peace again. Yeah, and I could still try to steal it, but that seems like a terrible idea. Could request repairs, but my god, that is way too expensive. At least for now. Maybe later, but for now, no. Absolutely not. For now, we head north. North to... straight to Station 3, actually. And I probably would... Well, it would have been quicker if I'd gone over to the right, but... already made the trip left, so... just gonna sort of go with that. And hello, supplies. Potential supplies? No, you're just gonna run away? Okay, fine. The sea beasts are learning. It's a very upsetting thing. I wonder if I'm gonna have to go to the surface and sort of reset my Hi, I haven't seen one of you in forever. Wow. Western angler crabs. I have not seen one of these in forever. I'm gonna kill it. Or it's gonna kill me. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. So... Ooh, that is a bit rough. 10 damage each hit. It won't kill me, but it's going to do some damage. Which isn't the worst of things, but, well, I can just go without actually moving. Because, I mean, I'm not going to dodge it. It's not on the ship that I have. So, yeah, I take a few hits. But I get to kill it. And we can dissect it. Dissect it, I wish to know more. The shell is shattered, the glowing Illicii lies silent. Decapodal mysteries. You and your ship's doctor clamber over the beast as it lies in the lee of your ship. Its blood is a curious blue, and the blood, too, is touched by luminescence. It's a female, but there are no eggs. And what's this on its belly? Someone has chiseled 7 marks between 2 horizontal lines, like pillars supporting a roof. What? I have several questions. So people are carving marks onto crabs? Weird. Like, I'm trying to think what 7 columns supporting a roof would signify. Normally I would say it would be Roman numerals, but 7 is just two vertical lines and then a V, essentially. Which isn't really well, no, it's actually V and then 2 vertical lines. Otherwise, that would be a weird way of writing 3, if it was just 2 vertical and then a V. Yes, Roman numerals, I know. Fascinating stuff. But I'm curious who's carving on crab stomachs. Because those things are pretty big. And I've got several questions about who would be capable and, why you would do that? These are both things I wish to know. In any case, Station 3. We will deliver ourselves a long box. We've done this many times before, so let's just run on through. Make a delivery, up the staircase, and while we could break into the warehouse and leave it there, and that is tempting, I think we'll attempt to carry it. And we succeeded, wonderful. Although I don't know if we ever actually succeeded before. Maybe we did. Yes, I suppose we must have. Seems familiar enough anyway. Oh yes, and we have a 58% chance of actually figuring out what's going on here. But, in short, The austere acolyte directs the arrangement of the long box in the room under the steeple. There are many other boxes there already, stacked in rows, 3 or 4 times as many as you've brought. In another corner of the room is a pile of wood from previous boxes already emptied and dismantled. Singing to herself about a mountain upholstered in velvet, she takes a crowbar to the box. The corpse inside is permanently dead, in a way that the dead of London often are not. Not a drownie, not a tomb colonist, but not coming back either. It looks pale and ordinary except for the slight distension of the skin over the breastbone. Gently, the acolyte presses there and nods, singing about tulips embroidered with yellow floss. She lifts the body onto a marble slab. Without pause in her lyrics, she prepares a scalpel. Your presence does not seem to bother her, and we watch with medical interest. We failed. Unfortunate. Well, yes. Now, as we were doing, the austere acolyte extracts deftly and with very little blood a heart-sized sphere of silver-grey metal. Despite your keenest observation, you cannot work out how the sphere grew there or what it is for. With a giant nutcracker, she cracks the sphere, and another sphere inside that, and another. Finally, in the center, she comes to something heavy, small, and black. She lifts it out with tongs and looks at it through her goggles. The song falters, but she manages to keep humming, though the words are lost. She puts the black and heavy thing into a jar marked with a word of the correspondence. She closes the jar and seals it with red wax. Finally, when the corpse is removed again and the marble slab wiped clean, she comes to pay you. "Thank you," she says. "Return another day. I may have something else for you. We've already got a bit of favors and a secret. But now that we've actually been there, let's meet the heart metal smith. I don't know where he is." Ask directions. A clayman directs you with a minimum of enthusiasm and even fewer words. Easy to overlook. The smithy is a long, low building that you missed on your first survey of the island. The smith is a quiet man with a pinched face who works entirely in heart metal. The cannoneer greets him with a yell of delight. The smith winces, puts down his hammer, pinches the bridge of his nose. "It's you," he says. 2 of you. Oh, so close, so close. The room runs back into the rock of the island, chamber after chamber of long-barreled machinery. Ask the smith to construct an assembly housing for the cannoneer's weapon. Why is the smith so willing to help? Just how many outstanding favors are owed? The cannoneer shrugs the question off, smiling. I made a lot of bombs back in the day, a lot of bombs, for a lot of people who don't like me to talk about it. I think that's why the university threw me out. I never dared go back and ask, though. Oh my. Just wonderful. Brilliant, I dare say. So we need 3 devil bone dice. I'm going to have to keep my searing enigma, and I'm going to have to keep at least one of the lamentable lyrics. Or lamentable relics, rather. Lamentable lyrics, we probably have a few, but, you know, just gonna ignore those. They're not profitable. But let's ask the smith about life on the island. A disinclination to talk. I mean, he doubtless has his own perspectives, but he tells you that folks here keep to themselves. He says he doesn't go up to the building with the steeple, and the acolytes hardly ever come down here. Sounds like a solitary sort of life. He claims he prefers it that way. When he turns back to his work, you see the chain of heart metal links he wears around his neck, and the closed locket that hangs from it. Oh, and nothing else we can do right now. Fair enough, fair enough. So there's yet more exploration to be done, and oh, we have just so many places we could go. But for now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly, and I will see you all soon.